Welcome to Every Day's a Bonus. Today we find out how eating together and a large land animal and also 633 all play a part in the episode. Stick around and find out. Hey, welcome back to Every Day's a Bonus. We are so glad you are joining us from your car, your home, your workout facility, whatever it is. You could be viewing or you could be listening, and thank you for doing both. My name is Brent, joined by Logan and also Kenn. They are here to my right, your left. And we're excited to have another episode, man.
How do you know which way they're listening?
I know which way they're looking.
Another option, they could be reading the episode.
I didn't think about that.
Click the little transcript thing on Apple Podcasts and read
Mail
along.
us a letter if you're reading this podcast. Put
Write
a stamp
us.
on there. Write us right away. That would
Lots
be
of
perfect.
options.
There's so many options. Hey, we do want to encourage you guys. If this helps you in some type of way and you're growing through this, share this podcast with a friend. Put it on your Facebook, your Instagram, the Googles, the Twitters, the Snapchats, all the things. Because, man, our prayer is that other people can utilize the things we're just talking about in a living room setting and use it to grow spiritually wherever they're at. So, or it could just be a business, or it could be somebody leading a family. Regardless of what you're growing from this, please share this with somebody else. Share. So, and right now, man, I'm just looking. We don't plan this. I want you to know, but we're all wearing just white shoes, jeans, and is it hoodies? We're full in. We don't have uniforms. We don't have outfits, but right now, Kenn is
This
wearing.
was given to me.
This is
Was yours given to you?
It was given to me after I gave
Money.
Mine was given to me. Okay, yours was given by Westridge Church. That's good.
That's the church you work at.
Yeah, and the church you attend. Yours was given by our middle school director, Sawyer Strickland. He has
at
a
the
company.
same church.
At
This
the same
is
church.
his company, Rescued Clothing.
That's right. And
Check it out on the gram.
yeah, all the grams. And mine was given to me by my son. He started a clothing line called 633. So SIX33. So if you go to 633.com, that's all his stuff. But he's making apparel that hopefully points people to Jesus. He loves Matthew 6:33, and I'll talk about that verse in a little bit.
And look, if you want us to wear your stuff on the podcast, you can give it to them. I'll buy it, and
we get it for free. And Logan pays for it. Yeah,
and we would love to wear your stuff. We'd be
That is my endorsement policy in my business.
What
if
is it?
It looks cool and you give it to me free, I wear it.
You'll wear it. And we're a lot of
I'm going to adopt
podcasts.
that policy.
Yeah, free stuff. So if you've got some on clouds, Chanel watch, we'll wear it for free on, I don't know, Chanel make watches.
I think it's a
I don't
perfume.
know. I don't even know. Clinique is
aren't
makeup.
they,
What about that? I don't know.
Chanel
Perfume spray. I think they make a lot of things. Dolce and Gabbana. You can't take pictures in their store in New York, by the way. If you go into the Dolce and Gabbana,
It's not Dolce?
Dolce and Gabbana. Dolce. I feel like I don't know if it's
always said
Dolce.
Dolce.
I feel like you don't know either.
I feel like Dolce is like the Western way, but it's like Dolce and Gabbana. So there's
How would Johnny Depp say it?
oh man, because all those commercials are on. I'm like, that's not how I've said this my entire life. My entire life. Anyway, I digress. So we're in our sweatshirts. We are in our things.
Comfy.
And I think as a kid, I remember I just wanted to be comfy all the time. And then at some point in life, you get older and you have to dress a little more business casual. When I first was in college, we had to wear ties to class.
Ugh.
And I'm telling you, it got to where you thought it was going to be horrible. It really wasn't that bad. And what happened was I started dressing up a little bit more. And so then when I went out into the workforce, it was business casual. And one in particular place that I worked at, me and another buddy started Tie Tuesday. I had so many ties from college days that I was like, I'm going to start wearing them every Tuesday. So I started wearing Tie Tuesdays, and then other people started wearing ties on Tuesdays. And I was like, what's going on here? This is crazy.
That's amazing.
It's cool how some things you do can influence others, but a lot of things, you start
You were an influencer before influencers influenced.
Yeah, that's right. That's a word.
Seriously
now.
though, I mean,
It's a
there
definition.
It wasn't added to the dictionary till 2019.
Influencer.
But we've all
Influencer.
known the word influencer
We've done
much
it.
longer than that. And
Yeah.
the influencer culture we live in.
Yeah, and you have something on that
Everyone's
you
an
like, and
influencer.
you back Somebody else might be like, I kind of like that. Where'd you get that from? And all of a sudden
True
you're
that.
influencing person to person. I tell you where I struggled as an influencer. I'll be vulnerable here. When I was a kid, I took something at our church called Evangelism Explosion. It was EE for short. Did you ever take EE?
I know what it is.
Okay.
But
So Evangelism Explosion, the idea was you learned the 2 questions to ask people so you could share your faith. And I was so nervous doing that.
Do you remember the questions?
I do. The first question was, if you were to die tonight, are you sure that you would go to heaven? That was the first question. You'd find out if they said yes or no. And if they said yes, you said, all right, then you go to heaven. If you were to stand before Jesus and he said, why should I let you into heaven? What would you say? And you're hoping they would tell you something about, I believe in him, because that's what the Bible says, right? Or I'm living for Jesus. But if they talk about, well, I'm a good person, or I'm trying to do good things to work my way. Then you had
you realize, wait a minute, here
to talk them,
let's
to them
let me
about,
give you the truth.
Right. You can give you the truth of what God's word actually says.
But you're supposed to ask these to like total strangers?
Well, that was the whole point, is you went up, knock on a door and ask somebody. And I always struggled with that. I was like, I feel like I'm a salesperson. No offense to the people that were doing sales.
No,
top 10
I'm
in
right
their
there
work.
with you.
But
That
I started realizing, though, if I could wear something that somebody could at least ask about, or a bracelet that I could bring up in a conversation, or like
What
in
is
today's
633?
world, what is 633? I could be like, Matthew 633, seek first the kingdom of God and all his righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you. And that is my son, Jagger, not only his company, but that's his life verse.
Oh, cool.
And so he gets a chance to start at a college age, at 18, 19, to start like sharing his faith openly just by wearing this stuff. So I like wearing this stuff because then I'll share my faith because somebody will ask about it. But as a kid, I was like, I didn't have stuff like this. You know, there might be Christian t-shirts, but I had them at some point. But I was like, I wish somebody asked me about this. Somebody asked me so I can share my faith. Because I didn't want to be like, hey, if you were to die tonight, what?
I'm not going to die tonight.
I have no plans to die
Quite
tonight.
an opening question.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And it's like, let's have a conversation together. And they're like,
Yeah.
no way. I'm not. It's like the salespeople that want to sell me the air conditioning when you're leaving Costco. You know, I'm like, I don't know what to do to you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah. I'm like, I
don't know anything about you, and you don't know about me.
Yeah. You don't know if I have an air conditioner. I'll just do what Skylar does and pretend I'm on the phone and walk out. But I don't. I will let them know I have an air conditioning unit. I'm good right now. Thank you. But people don't always ask us. So sometimes we have to. How do we show them that we're seeking God's kingdom first? How do we show them that we live for
With your
Jesus?
life.
There you go. I mean, that is true.
But seriously, that idea of influence, we are all influencing literally everybody we come in contact with in some way, in some direction.
I agree.
And I mean, influence is huge. I don't know. I mean, that idea of influencing, I think we're being influenced in a lot of ways we don't even realize.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I love that idea. If I set my mind on his things first, at least my mind's pointed in the right direction to begin with.
Yeah.
And I'm letting that influence.
And you got to kind of figure out if we're talking about influence, we want our lives to be an influence on others, to point them to Jesus. We want to be living for him. But maybe that's anybody watching. Maybe you got to find your thing. What's your thing that brings up the conversation of, do you believe in Jesus? Do you read his word? Do you trust in him? Instead of making it awkward, man, make it a conversation. Maybe it's something you're wearing or what. Like yours is pretty easy too, right? I mean, his pain, your gain. You're like,
your gain.
if you know about the crown of thorns, that makes sense. But if you don't, you're just like, hey, cool.
What does that mean?
Camo hoodie, and explain it to me. And you're like, I can do that.
Yeah.
You over here, you can be like, what's a
I'm
W?
a winner.
You can be a winner.
You want to be a winner?
Be a winner.
I can tell you how.
I love that. I'm a winner, and you can be too. Follow me to church. But you know, it's good. If you
Jesus
believe
was the ultimate winner.
it's hard not to talk about the things you love, right?
Yeah.
We've talked about this in the podcast before. Like it's if you love something, if it's your family, if it's your wife and your kids, if it's Jesus, you can't help but talk about it. If it's a book you're reading, a movie you saw, think about whatever's top on your brain is what you start talking about when it comes up. And I found this, if I watch a good movie or a bad movie, or listen to a good audiobook or something, you just talk about it. So maybe some of our influence is what we're ingesting and watching and doing. You know, sometimes you just talk about the stuff that you love.
That just made me think of this. So my wife is an incredible influencer. with her, the way she lives.
Okay.
And we've got a former neighbor. We moved and they moved, but she's just having a horrific time with one of her sons who's just gone down a really bad path. So she and another friend got with her for dinner. And I am so blown away because Heather wants her to have Christ. She wants her to have God so that she's got comfort and healing and wisdom to know how to deal. She wants them to have that. And so she's listening and has a great relationship with her. And I thought this was an incredible response because after they've spent probably over an hour hearing about the details and all this, and her friend has always kind of made fun of faith and made fun of this and that. But Heather said, I know you don't want to hear this, but I'm going to pray for you. And her other friend who maybe doesn't have the same background as Heather, but is kind of, I believe in God.
Yeah.
She's like, well, I'll pray too. And the girl who was the agnostic or whatever category it was, she goes, you know what? You can pray for me because I know God knows you. And it was like, And she goes, I just want her to know God so that she can experience the help she needs, the healing she needs, the wisdom she wants. And that was kind of her first step of just going, I'm going to pray for you.
Hey, do you know what that is? There's actually a strategy out there that we've used many times.
Oh, I love that.
The BLESS strategy, right?
Give the acronym because I always mess up some of them.
So BLESS is spelled BLESS, right? BLESS.
That is the way it's spelled.
Okay, that's good. So as we're looking at the acronym, what's the first thing we do as we're living life? We begin with prayer.
That's it.
You're asking, God, is there somebody in my life I can be sharing my story with? I can be an influence on whatever. So you begin with prayer. The second piece, which I love, listen. Listen to them. We love to talk.
I thought love was the hint.
No.
Listen. Okay.
Begin with prayer and then listen. And you know what's really cool about listening? They know
everybody can do it.
Everybody's got these things and you can listen because the next one's going to be interesting in this strategy. Begin with prayer. Listen. E is eat.
Entertain was close.
So here's why there's something magical about, or not magical, but there's something neat that God puts in there about breaking bread, eating a meal with somebody.
It
you
is.
just talk about life. You're listening to their story. And they see that you're interested in what they're talking about. Now you're eating a meal together. Now that could roll that into today's world. You could be having coffee together or something, but have a meal, have a sip of coffee together, whatever it is. So begin with prayer. You listen to you eat, and then you
shave.
Are you?
No.
You finally get a chance to share your story.
It was a share.
You were just doing the word.
I wasn't confident in share. I wanted to say share over here, and I lost confidence.
Ken was shaving his face. He's like, hold on, I know we just finished the meal together, but I'm going to go shave.
I know. Okay, right, God can wait. I'm going to shave.
I gotta shave.
Okay, so
share your story.
Share your story.
Now,
I love that.
Now you've listened to them. They know that you care.
Exactly.
And now you've earned the right, the credibility to actually share what God's doing. And guess what? That's what your wife was doing all along.
She was blessing her.
She's earned the right. I mean, think about, my wife just got a message the other day. Somebody was having a problem with their son. They were having a difficult situation. And what did she say? She texted Kirsten and said, hey, I need some of those Moxie prayers right now. Our prayers are no greater than anybody's prayers. We're just talking to Jesus. But in her, she sees that when there was a problem she's had in the past, or when we've had problems, she sees that we go to prayer first. That's what we go to. So to her, she's like, hey, before I go down the worry pathway, why don't I just, would you mind praying for it?
Love that.
And so, man, we're texting the prayer to her. We're texting it to our family, our kids, to pray for this, because they know, like, that's what we're going to do first thing. And I got a message from a kids pastor friend of mine. He was going through a difficult time with his daughter, and it's like, I know how sidetracked I get if I'm like, man, I'm going to pray for you. Yeah. So I texted it to put the line in the sand. I'm going to stop what I'm doing and pray for you right now. And I stopped and I prayed. Because you know what? That's just, We got to begin with prayer. You want to seek first God's kingdom, man, begin with talking to him daily, all the time, right? And then as we work into a strategy of bless, and you're listening to others and you're eating a meal with them and you're sharing your story.
Did I miss the last S?
No, I was just about to ask.
There's one more S.
Okay.
Do you know the last S, Ken?
Sing to them.
What is the last S? Do you know the last S of bless?
It's your acronym.
I should know the last S.
Did you forget
really
it?
quick. I forgot the last S just now because I've already shared my story. Let's see. Begin with prayer, listen, eat with them, share, silent night.
Oh, this is amazing.
Oh, this is so good. Listen,
There's somebody listening, typing it. It's this.
Let's just spell bless, BLES. Serve them.
Oh, I love that.
Skylar.
Serve
now,
them.
once you've shared your
Thank
story.
you for serving us by looking that up.
Yes, thank you, Skylar, because I'm like,
You teed him up for that.
that was great. I'm going to spell bless with one S going forward. But yeah, now you can serve them. You've earned the right.
Very on brand for you.
Right? To not remember anything.
Yeah. There's this great quote hanging in my kitchen, and it says,
I don't know.
It says
It's
something.
in my kitchen.
Somebody else tell me what's in my kitchen. Yes. So now you can go and serve them. But now when you mow their lawn, when you get them a cup of coffee, when you pick up their mail when they're out of town or whatever, it's not just like, oh, what a nice neighbor. It's like, man, I know he's praying for me or she's praying for me. I know that, man, they've shared their story and wow, that's a big deal. Thank you that they help me out and whatever. So
Absolutely.
I don't know. It's like, it's really a relational piece. We have neighbors and we go into our garage and we close the garage door and then we call somebody else that we already know on the phone. And it's like, let's just be out there and get to know the people.
And so
all that.
much of the blessed strategy is the positive influence I'm intentionally having on others. It's recognizing I am an influencer, maybe not the social media, a million followers influencer, but a real life day-to-day influencer. I'm a person of influence, how I treat others, how I speak to others, how I interact with them. Your wife's friend
I'm not here to sell you
You are
something.
a person of prayer. I know, the Moxies are people of prayer. They really are going to do this.
Yeah.
Man, I'm going through something. They actually live that.
Yeah.
That's the influence you've had in that person's life. And here's what I find so interesting. I haven't seen the actual study. Normally I go down the study rabbit hole. I haven't seen it, but I saw author John Gordon referring this study recently. There's been a study done. Yeah, he's written a ton of great books. And that's where I landed.
Yeah, and name all of them.
I can trust what he's talking about. The average person will influence on average around 80,000 people over the course of their life. So pick your favorite football team. Now that stadium is full. All those seats, that seat is full, or the stadium rather is full of all the people you've influenced over the course of your life.
It's crazy.
Was it a positive influence? Was it, you're not going to bat 1,000. You're going to have a negative influence on some people because we blow it sometimes, right? But man, my goal, I want to get to the end of my life and that stadium be overwhelming, not just 51%, but overwhelmingly full. I made a positive influence.
And if somebody out there is listening and watching, they're like, all right, I'm ready to make a positive influence. Where do you start first? I mean, I guess we could go back. We could go back to Matthew 6:33.
Yeah.
I mean, and say, well, seek first his kingdom, seek that his righteousness, and then everything else is going to flow from that.
And here's what else.
I love it.
We're all influencers that can influence 80,000 people over the course of our life, living in a world full of influencers that are influencing us. And who are we allowing in? Who are we following? What are we listening to that we may or may not even be aware of?
Okay.
So let me lead you down a little exercise real quick.
I love exercise.
I'm going to get you with one
let's
of these.
work out. It's January. So it's time to work out.
Are you loose? Are you warmed up?
Let me see.
Do I have to fold my arms for this one?
Just pick a number between 1 and 10. This is a thinking one.
It is 3.
Yeah, I wrote it down because I got to actually look at it. Okay,
And don't say it out loud.
Don't say it out loud. No.
so I can't
Pick
do
any
that.
number
No, I have to
between
change
1 and
it.
10.
Now you know it's only 9 other numbers.
I'll pick 3 and you pick another one.
Okay.
Yeah.
But now they all know. Okay, I got my number. I'm ready.
There's 8 steps to this game.
Okay.
Stay
Step
with me.
1. I got 1.
Pick a low number because are we going to add things to it?
We're actually going to multiply next.
Oh no!
So that may impact. You're allowed to choose one, even if you want to.
Whoa,
You can pick between
I'm
1 and 10
choose
or 1 or 10. Okay. Anyways, pick your number.
Okay.
Got it.
Listeners, get your number. Okay. Now multiply it by 9.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
Got it?
Got it.
Okay. Now, in your mind, look at your answer, the individual digits of your answer, add them together.
Got it.
Got it.
Got it? Okay.
Sorry, I didn't know we had to verbally say got it.
Okay. So
I'm ready now.
So your new answer that you just got,
Got it.
subtract 5 from that.
Okay.
Got it.
Oh, I'm here.
Okay, got it. Okay, good. Okay.
I'm focused here, Logan.
Okay,
I'm
now,
focused.
now I want you to associate that number with its letter in the alphabet. So 1 is A, 2 is B, 3 is C. If your number was 4, your letter's D, so on and so forth.
Okay.
Got it?
Got it.
Got it.
Okay. Now, I want you to think of a country from anywhere in the world that starts with your letter.
Okay. Got it.
Got it.
Okay.
Do we get to say it at the same time?
Now I want you to think of how this is so absurd. I know. I want you to think of how your country is spelled. So the letters of that country. So the last letter, sorry, Ken, the last letter of your country, so if it was America, it ends in A, right?
Okay,
so the last letter
It's
of your
not.
country, I want you to think of a large land animal from anywhere in the world that starts with the last letter of your country.
Okay.
Hang on. I don't know if I know one.
I've got it. If this is correct.
I can't.
I hope I
think
did
of
my
one, but
math
it's not
right.
big.
I hope I did my math right. You were leading us well. It's just if we did it right while you were leading us. Okay.
Okay. I've got one, but it's not a big animal.
It's
the
okay.
only one I can
Same
think
with
of.
me.
Okay.
But he said big land animal.
That's okay.
I hope we
All
didn't
right.
mess it up.
Now,
Oh boy.
Now think of how your animal is spelled. The last letter of your animal. So if it was dog, it would be a G. Okay. And I want you to think of a color that starts with the last letter of your animal.
I've got it.
Okay, that's the last. So we're going to have a color, an animal, and a country. Don't say it yet. Don't say it.
Okay.
A color, an animal, and a country. You got it?
Okay, wait a second.
It can be a color from anywhere in the world, Ken.
Okay. Okay, I got
Not
it.
just an American color. Any color.
I got it.
Okay, you got it? Okay. I'm just curious. Let's say it at the same time. Did you get an orange kangaroo from Denmark? Did you really?
Yes, I promise. I said it at the same time
What'd
as
you
you.
get? What'd you get?
Oh no, Ken.
I must have got the color wrong. You said
Was your number 4?
no. It was Denmark kangaroo, but I thought kangaroos were tan.
No,
it can
the
be
letter, the last letter in the word kangaroo.
Oh, orange. It's orange. Yes.
So you did a tan kangaroo from Denmark?
Well, you said the color, and I just went. Kangaroos are tan.
Tan.
Okay.
See, but you thought you were coming up with this craziest, but I was
Yeah.
influencing you straight to orange kangaroo from Denmark with all the
That's
crazy math and letters and all of that. Other acceptable answers for our listeners. I would have accepted a silver rhino from Darfur. I would have accepted a white cow from the Dominican, a red koala bear from Denmark, or anything from Djibouti.
Djibouti. You're Djibouti.
Yeah.
So wait a second. Is that if they would have chosen a different
Country.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That would have influenced.
But Denmark is like the 90.
The math led you to the number 4.
Yes.
Which led you to the letter D.
Right.
So your
Okay.
country had to start with a D.
He knows everything.
Yeah. But then from there, it could go some different directions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Interesting. I like
so
that.
I want to kind of pull that together because that is a super cool deal.
Yeah.
With I don't
was
know
fun
what.
saying it at the
Hopefully
same time.
Ken didn't mess it up for everybody listening
he's
and
good.
watching. Okay. Shoot.
So
Tan kangaroo. Tan starts with O. It's silent. Yeah.
it's a
Oh,
silent
tan.
O.
Oh, Tanny.
Go ahead.
But just the influence part of that, I believe, and when you're talking about bless, I cannot help but think about my wife. In every circumstance she's in, whether people don't like her, whether they like her, they know her, don't know her, she ends up like the center of attention because she blesses every situation. She will begin with prayer. She will be praying for, pray for my teachers, friends at school. And then she will eat with people. And then she's an unbelievable listener, very detailed.
Yeah.
And she will listen till the cows come home, but she won't hesitate to share where she's struggled in the past or something she's gone through.
Yeah.
And she is an insane server.
Yeah.
And an incredible example is this week. She's got a good friend she's had forever. They used to teach together. And her friend had shared with her while they were out to lunch one time that she was going to have a surgery.
Yeah.
And my wife is like, oh my goodness. And it really grabbed her heart. And she said, I'm going to, the night before, we're going to go over to her house. And she said, you're going to pray for her. You pray really good. And I was like, okay. So we went over, and the next night she's like, hey, I got all the ingredients. We're making them chowder and sliders, and we're going to take them dinner.
Nice.
She just lives that blessing. So,
and I like her influence that you talked about on her agnostic or atheist friend, what it was, just whether it's intentional or whether rather not intentional, whether it's obvious or not obvious, the intention is I'm always pointing you back to Jesus. I'm going to be the hands and feet of Jesus in your life. No matter how many years it takes in this friendship, I'm going to keep being the gospel, embodying it and sharing it with you when you can tell that I'm doing it. And when you can't tell, I'm intentionally leading you towards
you're
Jesus.
just living the blessing.
And our kids are watching that.
Yes.
They're watching your wife and my wife. And as they're living for Jesus, as they're seeking first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, everything else is going to follow. You know, and so they're doing that. But all right, quick takeaway.
Mine is just
the day.
Be bless. Be that acronym. And my wife's a living example.
I love that kind of not having the pressure of I need to ask the right questions, but just embody being the hands and feet of Jesus in the lives of the people in and around your life and blessing them. I love that.
I love that. I don't know if I've shared this story, but it's kind of where I land all these pieces. My wife goes and she substitutes at schools in our area. And she says, because I'm a substitute, she says, I can talk to kids about Jesus. If they're going through a bad day, I can give them a hug, I can tell them I'm going to be praying for them. And I'm like, wow, imagine if we all lived that way, just in our lives all the time, right? Everywhere. I'm here. I want somebody to always feel comfortable to come up. So be accessible and be somebody that they know that you are going to be a prayer warrior. You're going to seek first the kingdom of God and then just watch it take place after that.
So the next episode, share with us the acronym accessible and what that means.
Accessible. Yeah, I've got all that spelled, and I'll turn it into a red kangaroo that's orange and tan.
Accessible with no E on the end.
All of that. So, hey, we're glad you guys are with us. Thanks for joining us for another episode. We're never promised tomorrow, but man, God is blessing us every day. And we're always going to remember that every day is a bonus. We'll see you next week. Goodbye, everybody.